anxiety, panic attack. Oh no, what are we going to do? Let's talk about it. So I got a call, one of my clients. She said, Tom, I don't know what to do. I've been crying all morning. I'm going to go home from work. Okay, what's the matter? So, well, a person, I just thought he was a friend, called me up and said he never wants to see me again. There's a long story behind all of that, but what it did for her was push her over into the anxiety world, the I'm not good enough, there's something wrong with me. Um, all of the self-doubt that kind of is just beneath the surface, even when we develop our self-concept and we have a strong affirmation in the morning for how the day's going to go and what's going to happen. Things happen. Events take place. People say things to us, and suddenly it triggers that insecurity, that part of ourselves that we've been growing up with and having to deal with since childhood. What do other people think? There she is at her desk crying, and colleagues are walking by. What's the matter? Can I help? What's going on? And not wanting to go into the story of everything, she just the panic just kind of grabbed her. Happens to all of us. What do we do in those cases? It can be anything that triggers it, right? Now, Big Pharma has some solutions for you. There's wonderful drugs that work on the amygdala and hippocampus, calm down our anxiety centers. The problem is that the body and mind together are a really very complex system. It's delicately balanced. And when you start to add chemicals in that affects one part of it affects the whole thing. And I know those of you who have used uh, chemistry to help. Yeah, it's effective, and I'm not suggesting by any means that you stop whatever it is that's been prescribed to you. But understand this body, mind, spirit, soul that you live in and that you are is self-healing. It has the capacity to recover from anything. And yeah, our limbic system might trigger the self-preservation instinct, that basic core brain function of survival, that reptilian part of our brain, even lower than the mammal part of our brain. It's built into us. We see it in the wild. We've probably seen some movies where a gazelle's being chased by a leopard or a lion, and it's just kind of running. And that's what a panic is our whole body's geared up to run or to fight, whatever we need to do. Sometimes we freeze, and sometimes we even faint. I mean, it can be that strong. And all of that is to help protect us. So that gazelle's being chased, it's running along, and you've probably seen these amazing movies where suddenly it freezes. It just sort of stops, usually just about the time the lion or leopard is leaping, goes right over the animal, tumbles along, and then it's like will that little creature suddenly kind of comes to, takes off in the other direction, and oftentimes escapes. It gets away. And scientists and veterinarians have been curious about it. So what's the level of adrenaline in that creature? Because once they know that they're safe, they go back to grazing again. It's like nothing ever happened. Human beings, we're a little bit more complex. We don't always do that. We don't have that ability to just shake it off, as it were. Though shaking off does help. Yeah, we can have that stuff running through our system for some time. And people have even gone to the hospital. Their heart's pounding out of their chest. They can't catch their breath. Why? Well, we need that quick breathing, because we don't want to have to do a warm up around the block while we're trying to escape danger. a wildebeest something chasing us, or a pterodactyl back in the prehistoric days coming down to grab us and feed us to its young. So our system stays revved up. And yeah, drugs can come and kind of calm it down. That's one thing, one way to do it. Um, for some people, it's just a quick little drink, and then that causes its own issues, right? Some of you know you're in that whole recovery community because it became a daily activity. Now we've legalized pot in many of the states, so we can kind of get high. And unless you're doing a blood test at work, a lot of people are using that these days. Even the richest man in the world, we found out, is using drugs on a pretty regular basis. Think about it. He has everything, and he's still chemically treating himself. Isn't that interesting? Power of anxiety. And then the brain doesn't really help us a lot, because when we're in those experiences, it's starting to compile all of the different times when we have felt. It goes by the feeling. So when we felt this way in the past, it goes through and finds a whole catalog of those feelings, and then brings us the big stack of them, and loads it in. It's like, oh, hey, thanks a lot. Not only am I dealing with the current feeling of rejection and being less than and undesirable and unselected and unchosen, now I've got this whole history of stuff that I can't even remember. But I know I felt it, and the body knows we felt it because it remembers it, and it sort of collects it all together. So what do we do? How do we fix that? There's the power of now, the power in the present moment. Because after you get off the phone call with that person and you hang up, you're in a different moment. You're in a different point in time. Nothing's happening to you right now. There's a memory of what was said. There's that's going on. But actually, you're free at that point. Nothing's happening to you. What we could do, if we could ground ourselves in that present moment, is we would find security and safety in the now moment. We just step over into it. And you can literally ground yourself. A nice day like this, take your shoes off, take your socks off or stockings, and feel the ground. Come into the present, and then use some breathing techniques to just slow your breathing down. I think there's a video on here already about breathing using the box breath. Four counts in, hold it for 4, exhale for 4. Some people suggest make it 6, but why complicate it? Just 4 out, 4 in, hold for 4, 4 out, and then pause for 4, and then breathe again, and wiggle your toes in the ground, and just begin to ground yourself in this present moment. Nothing's happening. There's no pterodactyl here. There's no one rejecting you here. There's just you and your self-concept. Who do you see, believe, and feel yourself to be? And I'm going to do a video in the future about the power of the self-concept and how do we develop a good one that includes not just our bodies and minds, but our sense of soul, sense of self, our spiritual connection, the divine connection, the life energy connection. Because it's all energy by now. I mean, we all know that, right? I mean, I hope anyway that we understand that are at the subatomic particle parts of us. It's just energy. It's just this energy, and it's all the same. Energy is the same. Isn't that fascinating? It's like it's just all one. It's like someone described it the other day. It's like everything is like, if you think of the ocean, water as energy. It's like we're all just water. We're just all there. Or if you think of it as mind and imagination, we're all in the great mind and imagination that's flinging new galaxies out across the sky and the universe. That's what we are. And it's like there was something intended for us to remember that, because what are we made of? Earth. What's that saying? Earth to earth, ash to ash, dust to dust. Reminded that we're made of the stars. We're the stardust. We're the stars. We're the light. We're that amazing energy. And when you get grounded, that little conversation with somebody who, for whatever reason, he or she decided that this relationship was not going to, who cares? Really, who cares? When you have a strong self concept, it's like, well, who wouldn't want to be with me? Why? You'd have to be out of your mind not to enjoy the presence of my company. Uh, I have a wonderful and creative imagination. I have a marvelous sense of humor. I enjoy life and live it to the fullest. Why wouldn't we want to be friends? You don't have to like live together, right? We just be friends. Have these moments when we share life. That goes to the core concept of how do you think of yourself, level of self-esteem. Now, as you're going through this process, ego's going to want to jump in there in this conversation and say, oh no, that's not who you are. That's not what it's about. Because it's trying to keep you safe. And all it knows is the past. It can't envision what tomorrow's going to bring. It can't envision the future. So it goes on the past, what's worked in the past. I don't know, how happy were you with your past? How many therapy sessions did it take to free yourself from some of that stuff? And I didn't mention, yeah, there's the pharmacy solution to anxiety. There's a therapy solution to anxiety. And while I believe in therapy, how often do you go? Sometimes once a week. Well, that's fine if this thing happened Tuesday morning and you have a therapy appointment Tuesday afternoon and it's fresh in your mind. But if it's next week sometime, by the time you get to the therapist's office and you sit on their couch, as people have done in my office for years, what happened last Tuesday is long forgotten. They don't remember what happened. And so we deal with, kind of the current stuff and those core issues, those deeper things never get dealt with. So what are we to do? Get into the present moment, use some breathing, ground yourself. Why grounding? Because it's all energy. And the best way to get the energy out of the body, all that excess stuff, is by simply grounding yourself. Get down into your true self, your core self. Find the peace again in the now moment. Nothing's happening. Just breathe in the peace and the calm. Breathe in a sense of serenity. Slow everything and allow everything to just come back down again. Find the joy and find the love that's the core of who you are. Just try it right now where you are. Just take a nice, long, slow, deep breath, and maybe even let your eyes close. Come back into yourself. Relax for a moment. Just find the peace and the serenity. I'm fortunate to be outside. I can feel the warmth of the sun on my face. I can hear the birds singing all around me. And just find that calm, quiet place deep within where everything is safe. It's a safe harbor. Nothing's nothing's threatening, nothing's happening. It's just quiet and calm. Let serenity come over. Just be a part of who you are. Just allow it. Allow it. Give yourself permission. If you're outside, take your shoes and socks off. I'm barefoot, just kind of feeling the ground. It's soft and accepting. Slow your breathing down. That's it. Just be in the peace that's all around us. That's right. Say it. Just feel it. Now let a little hint of joy come back in. Just your natural state. Just being delighted to be alive in this moment. Pushing the future out a little bit. We don't know what's going to happen. Nothing's promised to us. There's no guarantees. It just is. And so just Just be here right now. That's it. Sink down into it. The soft, velvety, there. Let a little self-affection come back in. This person that you are was with you in the womb. It's been with you every day of your life and will be till you draw your last breath and then finally just release it for the last time. Get to know yourself. We're gonna spend some time on some videos here, getting past the things that we don't like about ourselves, getting past all of that stuff and coming back to this person that you chose to be and incarnate in time and space. Your core self. How do you think of yourself? Who do you see yourself? Who do you imagine you are? And what are you connected and related to? That life that's in you, that's not self-generated. How do I know? Because a few months ago, I went through the experience where I had a choice of being a part of it or being separated from it. And things happened outside of my control, and I was really separated from it. And yet, I still was. Amazing. So many things kind of suddenly fell into place and made sense on a totally different level. And understanding the very things that I'm talking about, the calm, the peace, the joy, the love, serenity. It's like, this is just so beautiful. And then instant knowledge, instant knowing and understanding. Kind of like that expression, when we're children, it's like looking through the glass darkly, and then you become an adult and you put away the childish things and you see and you understand as you have been seen and understood. And it just everything fell into place. It's like, wow, amazing. And we can generate that with just a few simple things in our life that just become habits of thought. All that other stuff is habit of thought. All that junk, all that negativity, that's not true about you. It was just a momentary thought, experience, a reaction to something. Change the habit, change the thinking, interpret it as something else. And so it is. I wish you a beautiful day, beautiful, wonderful evening, and an amazing life ahead. Namaste.